Okie dokie. So, I'm kind of late, guys. Had an emergency, so that's why I didn't start at 3. I'm about 10 minutes late. So, just gonna give you guys a couple of minutes to come in, and I'm gonna go ahead and share myself. And just to explain, sharing has becoming very hard with Facebook. So if you are watching this and you are in other MS groups, by all means, please share. Sharing your timeline, sharing your feeds, sharing your stories if you can. Um, what a better way to start MS Monday back up is in March, Multiple Sclerosis Awareness Month, right? Cool. So just bear with me for one moment while I'm sharing. How y'all doing today? For those that are watching right now, and I want to make sure this is public. Let's see. Yeah, it is. Okay, great. Cool. All right, so it is public. Awesome. And we'll share in the group. We'll put it in our group here. Crap. All right. I'm not sure if anyone is saying anything here. Let me. Okie dokie. All right. Oh, so hey, Miss Vicky. Oh, there you go, right there. They just posted. Awesome, good. Hey, Mike Cage, and Miss Vicky. So again, guys, if you don't mind sharing, I would totally appreciate it. Totally appreciate it. Hey, Miss Sims, how you doing? Hey, Miss Janice. So this season is gonna be kind of weird. I'm kind of off of my rhythm. It's been a while. So, because I'm not only going to be doing this on Facebook, I'm going to be simultaneously doing it on Instagram as well. But I'm trying to figure out. I'm not going to be able to do MS Mondays on Instagram, even though I am going to bring Instagram in, and we can only do like an hour. I think like 60 minutes in Instagram. But I'm going to bring Instagram in just to introduce MS Monday. Um, the thing about MS Monday, there are going to be things on the screen that you're not going to be able to see on Instagram, which afterward on Tuesday, I'm gonna upload it on YouTube. So the people that are on Instagram, they'll be able to watch all the other information and stuff. But I'm also thinking about, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do Fierce Friday, but I may be adding another day, or I just may be doing something individually for Instagram altogether. So just give me one moment here. I'm going to start this. Press. It won't press. Oh, okay. Connecting. So you got to give me a second. I got to introduce. Oh, and look, I am live on Instagram too as well. Hello, Instagram. Instagram say hey to Facebook. Facebook say hey to Instagram. You can't see each other. I guess I could uh, turn around. But anyway, so if you can see the little scrolling thing down at the bottom of the screen, it says changing the way you think. Miss Vicky, no, this is going forward. I'm definitely back. I missed doing this. And hey, Instagram, how you doing, guys? I was just waiting for someone to start joining up before I started um explaining to you guys what's going on. But no, it's going. We're going to be doing this going forward. I definitely am back. I know I've said this numerous of times of being back, but I am. I really missed it. Kind of licking my wounds in a sense. Um, kind of throwed off on a couple of life journeys and stipulations that came around. So, give me 1 second, Facebook. Hey, Instagram. For you guys that don't know me, and for those that don't know me on Facebook, my name is LaRon Williams. I was diagnosed March 3rd, 2011, with multiple sclerosis. I am the founder of I Can Beat a Mess. We are like maybe in our fourth season of lives. I've been trying to figure out how I was going to do lives on both Facebook and Instagram. And after watching a couple of Facebook Live posts, I've seen where people were able to do both at the same time. And so that's what I'm trying to do. It's just Instagram. There are some things on Facebook that you just may not be able to see. It doesn't mean that you're not going to be able to catch it at all. You can actually go on our YouTube channel where you would see the actual full video that's airing on Facebook because there's going to be some interaction on Facebook. But everything is the same on Facebook. So if you are on Facebook, it is I Can Beat MS on Facebook, and it's I Can Beat MS on YouTube. So definitely follow on all platform, guys, and share, please. Great information. We have maybe 60 some plus videos on YouTube already, where I've spoken with numerous of other warriors. Some of the warriors are right now commenting in the Facebook comment section, which again, I missed you guys. So I am glad that I have started back doing this. And the title, which I didn't explain on Instagram, I do apologize, is changing the way that you think. Um, I personally, hi, I've got to say that since starting this back in 2017, and it's been a while, like what, 3 years. And a lot of you guys in the comments have been with me for since that beginning of starting my lives. A lot has changed with me. I started working a little bit, and then I had to stop working. Um, then I had to figure out how I was going to get money in, and so I started up a at-home bakery, a licensed at-home bakery. And I know a lot of us are in a position to where we may be able to work, we're too scared to work, or we're just not in a position to work at all. But that doesn't mean that we are not able to do anything that we can't bring in any form of revenue. So there still are a lot of people that are becoming diagnosed on a daily basis. There are people that's been diagnosed years, just for years. And the thing is, your, your thought process is what's holding you back. Now, when I say holding you back, I'm not taking away from the fact of all the pain and the agony that some of us are going through right now on a daily basis. Um, it's funny because like at my pop-up this weekend that I did, I was talking to a customer, and it was like, if you would have told me that you had multiple sclerosis, I wouldn't have known. And for years that bothered me. I'm like, no, yeah, this is killing me, and it's sad that you don't know anything about it. And yeah, it kind of made me angry, but then I start realizing that in so many ways that can be taken as a compliment. And what I mean about that is, regardless if you are using a walker or you're in a wheelchair, now it's easier to see someone in a wheelchair or using a walker and be like, okay, something's wrong with you, not knowing what it is, but still something's wrong with you, versus someone like myself that seems to be walking normally. And but can't walk fast, or my speech is slurred. So you have, people trying to figure out if you're drunk, if you're playing games, or you're just being straight lazy, especially if you're in a relationship with someone and then your life just changed for you. This past week alone, I've seen posts on Facebook where people have stated, well, I'm getting divorced. I'm getting divorced. And it's sad that the vow of marriage gets thrown out of the door when that other person becomes or gets put in a position to where your partner either refuse to understand what's going on, can care less to understand what's going on, or the saddest one is that I didn't think that I would be put in this position to where I had to care for you. And this happens a lot with men. I myself, I was put in this position before. Um, Not saying that my ex-wife is a bad person. She had other things going on with her, but I literally, outside of my kids helping tend to me, I was taking care of myself. All the way to the point that I couldn't walk a little bit. Every once in a while, when we went somewhere, she helped me get in a car and whatnot, but a little bit, I had to muster up energy. I was taking her to her doctor appointments at the same time, taking our kids to their doctor's appointment at the same time, trying to get to my doctor appointments. And there was one point I totaled the car that we had at the time because I was blanking out and I rear ended someone, and it was like, and I had just dropped her off, and I was trying my best to get to it, and I felt it coming. I felt it. I felt my body was like, "Bro, I'm done. I can't do this anymore." And I was like right around the corner from the doctor's office, and bam! It just so happened I was going up the hill, and so the car wasn't going as fast as it probably would have been if I was going down the hill. I didn't hurt anyone, or nor did I hurt myself, but I still end up having to go to the hospital. So changing the way that you think. There are so many of us right now. Again, like I stated, it's scary once you first get diagnosed, but then we have MS warriors that are like soaking right now. This doesn't matter if you are in a wheelchair, using a walker, or walking to the degree that I am walking, to where you're so stuck on who you used to be. Let's sit and throw MS out the window. Just throw MS out the window. Can you not tell me that on a daily basis, when we go to school, if you go to college, if you're going to work, in order to get better, you have to grow, you have to change, you have to adapt, you have to you just have to change your mindset. So why aren't we doing the same thing when it comes to our multiple sclerosis? And if you guys see me going back and forth, it's because I'm talking to two different cameras. Um, Hopefully, I'm not confusing anybody. But changing the way you think can put you in a position to better, what's the word I'm looking for? Battle, confront, adjust. Um, and I'm not saying these things as in you just give up on, like, wondering if there's going to ever be a cure. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, as of right now, there's not a cure for a 100% cure for everybody. So, what you're doing, if you're one of those MS warriors that are sitting at home and trying to figure out, why can't I be my old self? Look at who you are now. That's something that I had to do. So again, Instagram, you guys haven't seen me before. Some of you are my friends on Facebook. And um, the thing is, I had to change the way that I was thinking. Not saying that I was still reverting, I reverted back to trying to be my old self, but I had to think, one, I had to find someone that I knew was going to love me for who I am, MS and all. And in order for me to do that, I had to be real to myself. How many of you at home not being real with yourself? Not being real with who you are. The fact that you have an illness. A lot of you guys are refusing to sit and say, okay, it is what it is. I have multiple sclerosis. So let me find a better way to live my life until a doctor, a scientist, or pharmaceutical company come out and says, hey, we got a cure now. And so until then, what's stopping you from sitting and saying, MS doesn't have me, I have it? You claiming MS is only allowing someone to know what's ailing you. Not saying that you're giving up on life, not saying that it kills me with church going people. I am a God-fearing man, but it kills me when someone tells me not to claim it. But I cannot sit and ask God to cure something that I am not claiming. If I'm not claiming it, if I don't have it, what is it there for him to cure? So I express that in a sense of not knocking anyone and their beliefs down, but again, I can ask God to cure something that I'm not claiming. So I have to cut people off, and I say, hey, I'm not trying to be rude, but I don't see it that way. Me saying and telling you that I have multiple sclerosis, know what that is doing? That is educating you. That is educating a person that doesn't know. MS started back in the 1800s. Don't quote me on that part. I used to know it. I have to go back and look at my notes. But either or, it started way back then. And still, people, all the way to doctors, are denouncing multiple sclerosis. Still to this day, they're all over cancer. They're all over HIV and all that. This is a disease. This is a illness that's been here sitting and causing havoc on people's bodies for years, and doctors are still saying, MS, whatever. I want to take care of that over there. And another thing, not to quote me on, I really feel as though it's a means of there's no workaround, there's no cure at the moment or over the horizon. So why am I going to worry my head over something that is I, we just can't figure out right now? So I'm not even going to put my head and body into this. And so let me see. We got a couple of things going on here on Facebook. Oh, Miss Vicky, I had already answered your question. Uh, Christopher Facts, yes. And I'm glad that you are a warrior, and we all are. It takes a strong individual to get up day in and day out to fight this. And Miss Sherry says, say it again. I have MS and MS don't have me. You're exactly right. And on Instagram, Ms. Mary says that she has been told that by claiming I have no faith, which is not true. Yes, I cannot stand that. Don't sit and tell me I don't have faith because I'm claiming something. And we have to stop saying that we are claiming it. We're just giving you facts of what we were told. The doctor basically explained that, excuse me, ma'am, sir, this is what you have ailing you. This is what's going on. And so we need to do this, we need to do that. Okay, so now you got to go back and tell your family member. You got to go tell your cousins, your auntie, your co-workers. Well, don't let me get on your co-workers because there's so many of us right now that can't even explain to our jobs that we have multiple sclerosis or we would get fired. I've actually talked to a nurse on the phone that was calling me about my yearly checkup. brain fog, yearly checkup. And the thing was, she was like, I have multiple sclerosis as well, but my job doesn't know. And I honestly feel if my job finds out, I won't be able to work anymore. I can say that I've had the best opportunities with finding work, especially last few jobs. The first thing, I I can only sit up here and say that it was God's positioning me in the right place, because every job, like these last three jobs I had, the first thing popped up when I was filling out the application: how can we accommodate you? What kind of illness do you have? Actually, one job, and I kid you not, sat and once I put my information in, it asked me, um, which of these do you have? And MS was like the very first one. It was probably just a freak accident, but I honestly, I just like, I thought Big Brother was spying on me. It was kind of freaky, you know what I'm saying? But it's sad that we're walking around and not expressing ourselves, and being too scared to sit and say, hey, this is what's ailing me, and that you may need to go Google MS. You may need to go pick up a book. Heck, when you're going into your doctor's office, mainly some of your primary care doctors are some of the ones that have the slightest idea what MS is. And that's another thing. I can sit and say my primary care doctor cares. That title, she actually cares. I need all your information. Um, when you get when you get from your doctor's appointment, your neurologist, send me that information. Um, Miss Sherry says, if you cannot work, worry about the things. If you cannot work, worry about the things. Uh, are you saying don't worry about the things you can't control? That's how I'm gonna take that, Miss Sherry. I think that's what you're trying to say. Miss Sherry basically saying, if you can't work, don't worry about things that you can't control, which a lot of us are worry warts. We like worry ourselves to death. Ms. Mary on Instagram says, I've been very fortunate. My doctor office is very familiar with MS. That's awesome, man. A lot of our our primary care doctors do not. Oh, Miss Sherry, I got you. I do the same thing. Me and texting is almost like drunk texting. So I definitely get it. Um, um, Ms. McIntosh says, well, she just basically says we're spot on. She's been diagnosed for 34 years. So you're an OG, Ms. McIntosh. She's been on Avonex injections for 20 years. She's 76 and she's doing fine. Woohoo! That's what I'm talking about. Cool. Awesome. Um, yeah, so I'm coming up on an anniversary. Ever since 2017, I've been celebrating. It's been like a birthday for me. I it's crazy. I forget my birthday, but when March 3rd come around, I'm happy go lucky. I hate the fact that COVID started, because normally around by this time I do like a MS walk where I challenge people, family members to donate steps to which I probably still could have done anyway. And because a lot of us still have been walking regardless in our house around, but I'm definitely going to start it back next year. Miss Mary on Instagram says, I went to my optometrist. I'm saying that wrong, guys. So yeah, I'm bad with words. I'm just let you know. There's no shame in my game. And by just looking at my eyes, he knew I had MS. Yo, Miss Mary, that's funny because that's how I got diagnosed. January, I went blind. No, wait. January, I went into my doctor to get my eyes checked. Yes, the eye doctor. I kind of figured that's what it was. I just can't say it. Um, Me and my pronunciation is very awful. Um, Miss McIntosh says, "Oh, she thanked me for my fabulous attitude." Um, Trust me, if you haven't watched me before, it's a lot of the other warriors can explain to you. I'm very genuine and authentic. This is me. Um, I have hard time reading. This was even before I got diagnosed. I think I'm dyslexic on top of having MS. There's really no shame in my game. I feel if you, in order for me to touch the people that I need to touch, which that is not everybody, I only just need to touch one person because that one person may even go on to bless 50 more people off of what I just told them. And if that is the case, I've done my job. So, people worry about how many views or how many likes. Now, don't get me wrong, it's great. And it puts a smile on your face. Oh man, I got 1,000 views. I got 5,000 likes. But if those views and those likes, they're not helping anyone, I'm not doing my job. This is my God given purpose. And I need to apologize for those that watch me on a regular basis. But I had some soul searching myself to do. I was caught in a place to where I didn't want to be a hypocrite in my vision and in my idea of what I wanted I can be the mess to be changed because of um a lot of things that happened inside of the group and stuff. And so my direction just changed. And that's the reason for me having this first episode being changing the way that you think. And to get back on what Miss Mary was talking about, that's how I got diagnosed. I went to the doctor in January of 2011, and the doctor was like, "You have astigmatism, and you just need to wear your glasses for a little bit." Came around March, I was blind in my right eye. Went back to the same doctor, and I was furious because I'm like, "Whatever you put in my eyes, bro, you blind me, so you need to fix it." And he showed me this picture of my eye. I'm like, "I'm gonna be honest with you, Mr. Williams. If I were to send you somewhere else, um, they would tell you that you were fine. There's nothing wrong with you. But I do want to send you to a specialist because I feel like I know what's going on with you." And now I'm looking at him like, all right, first you just told me if you send me to somebody, they're going to tell me that I am fine and that I'm just crazy when I sit up and say I'm blind. He stated that I seen this twice within 2 weeks, but your situation is different. So he showed me this little ball in the back of your eye, right? And it is called optic neuritis. That ball in the back of your eye, if you have optic neuritis, it's supposed to be swollen. But mine was normal, which made it seem as though that I was lying about the fact that when I took all these retarded Star Wars, excuse me, but saying the word retarded. I know people are sensitive. I do apologize for that. But doing all these crazy tests, and the doctor sitting up here saying that, okay, like trying to find the lights and stuff. It was crazy. It was weird. I felt silly, and I still couldn't see. And so, but he was telling me that basically, I think I know what's going on. I'm gonna send you to go get an MRI. He sent me to go get an MRI. Make a long story short, I came back, and he was like, "Did they tell you anything?" I'm like, no. And so now I'm concerned because this eye doctor is asking me, did the tech inform me of anything that was wrong? And I'm like, no. So he's like, well, you go to lunch. I'm finna go to lunch and I'm gonna call him. And I say within 10 minutes, he calls me back and basically I have to come back to the doctor office and my optic neuritis was reversed. It was on the back of my eye. My nerves are damaged on the back of my eye. Inflammation, swole. Reason why I can't see. Well, it was this eye. I couldn't see. And oh, by the way, you got white spots on your brain. Sorry, Mr. Williams. So my ex-wife at the time, she crying. I'm trying to figure out white spots. I don't know, but hey, okay. So I got to go see a neurologist. Um, the funny case about that is a couple of years prior to that, my sister got diagnosed with MS. So, and even a couple of years before that, I was dating someone, mom. Not, I wasn't dating someone's mom, but I was dating someone, and their mom had multiple sclerosis, and I saw them go from walking to cane to wheelchair to motorized chair to just saying they didn't want to take any medicine anymore, and they just like whatever. Uh, so it was like, it's funny how that happened. It was like I was introduced to MS, getting me ready to be diagnosed with MS. It ain't funny, but it's funny. You know, the more that I look back at it, how everything played out from 2000 when I was introduced to the girl that I was dating and her mom with multiple sclerosis to, I think my sister got diagnosed in like '05, '04, something like that. I think it was '05. Then I got diagnosed in 2011. But Ms. Mary says that's funny because the same thing happened to her. And that is so weird. Miss Janice on Facebook says, same. For her eye doctor saw MS. And that is so weird how that's happened to a lot of people. Uh, Miss Sherry on Facebook says, she's a leader of an MS group because she loves helping her MS sisters and brothers. And Miss Sherry, again, you're like one of the main people that have watched me on Facebook, and the more the reason why I started doing this myself as well. Actually, also coupled with my neurologist that I had in Atlanta. If you're ever happen to watch this and hear me drop your name, Miss Dr. Mitzi Williams. Um, she's a she calls herself the nerdy neurologist. She's pretty cool. If it wasn't for her, I don't think I would be in the position that I'm in. I really, really, I, I say she may not feel this way, but I owe a lot to her with what's going on with me and me getting on top of what I'm doing. Ms. McIntosh says, LaRon, you're very lucky you had such a good doctor. What part of the country do you live in? Ms. McIntosh lives in Seattle. There is a high number of people in this area. Now, and you say that, Ms. McIntosh, I am in Georgia, Albany, Georgia, lower part of Georgia. I left, went to Atlanta, and started getting my treatment. There's a couple of MS warriors on Instagram that follow me, and I follow them. That we went to the same neurologist before she left. Then I went to Mississippi, and then I came back in 2017, and I had no idea that it was as many as people with MS in my city that has had MS way before me. So yet again, listen, read my lips if you can't if you can't hear me. Guys, we have to do better with explaining, expressing, because MS has so many different faces. We have to correct. We have to be the one to express our story, to share what's going on with us. We can't count on the MS Society or the MS Foundation or the MS doctors by themselves to sit and say, oh, hey, there's a world full of people that's going just going through hell due to an invisible illness. Now, I know a lot of you can sit up here and say, oh, well, that's not my job. But in so many ways, it is, because you cannot get upset with someone that doesn't know. Yes, we do have some lazy people that refuse to go and educate themselves, but we are the teachers. I've learned more by starting this group from other warriors than I have from majority of the doctors that I've talked to. This group in itself has caused me to go research and dig deep and find out new things to express to you guys that I didn't know, and then we learning together, and so, and then for you guys again, like I say, you can go on our YouTube page. I can be the mess, and you'll see where we talked about the particular medications, the Avonex, the Ibagio, the Tysabri, and we're going to go over these medications again because a lot of things have changed, let alone also with introduce of COVID, which that's a funny story in itself. With us not having an immune system, we have to be so what's the word I'm looking for? So careful. So careful. Which I was not careful whatsoever. Um, blame it on love. Um, Miss Janice, yes, ma'am. Amen. Ms. McIntosh also said, I always talk about my MS. We all have one thing in common, fatigue. Everything else is different in each person. The fatigue, add pain to that. Do you know there's a lot of doctors that will sit and tell another warrior that pain has nothing to do with MS? And I can tell you that up front. It may not be the direct cause of my pain, but it's a conflict of MS that's causing other things to act crazy that's causing me to have pain. So any doctor that I come across and tells me that, you can backhand them. But it's just all right. I ain't gonna hit the doctor, but mentally punch him dead in the noggin. I'm not promoting violence, so I don't want to hear nobody say I'm promoting violence. So there was a thing that I want to pull up here on the screen, guys, and I'm going to read it for my Instagram people. Miss Sherry says she always educates her doctor on MS. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. We need to. So um it goes with so basically you guys on Facebook, you can see what I have on the screen. And I actually had this in the description. Unfortunately, there's a little secret tool that you can use to literally change the way you think, and it's called reframing. Simply put, reframing is changing how you see something and then expressing it differently. So, in a nutshell, again, you have to realize that you have MS in order to find a better way to live with MS. So if you're going around here saying that you ain't got MS, but then you in pain, you could barely walk, you're having all this spasticity, headaches, can't see, fatigue. So how are you going to adjust to something that you don't know or you're not claiming? You have to reframe. You have to change the way that you're thinking in order to put yourself in a position to even try to be in a better position. So we have to get rid of backwards thinking, staying away from trying to be your old self. There are a lot of us right now that were diagnosed even years ago and being diagnosed now that you just knew hands down that your old self was like bomb and you couldn't get no better. And then you got diagnosed with MS, or you just got diagnosed with MS. And so now your world has been turned upside down, and it seems that you can't get a grip on life because you're constantly still backwards thinking. If I was the old me, if I could just do this, if I was just still that. We have to change that. We have to reframe. We have to do more forward thinking, finding a better way to adjust and live positively in the now. There's something I always say. Your past, well, they say the past, present, and the future. I see it as in the present is first because you have to live in the now in order for it to become the past. And whatever you do now becomes a past from what you learned from in order to get you prepared for the future. So you're living in the now, but you can go back and look at your past and say, dang, I did do that and I did it wrong. Or I did do that and it became very rewarding or a positive outlook for it. And so let me keep continuously doing that. Or I can't do that anymore, which in the end brings a better future for you. So I say present, past, future. The present creates a past that gets you ready for your future. So, um, Miss Janice says, yes, yes, I had that frame of mind for 4 years, that backwards thinking. A lot of us did, and a lot of us still do. And can't no doctor, can't no cure. You know, this is something that and I'm gonna end this with this. I am going to end this with this, guys. You may think I'm crazy when I say this. It's not that I don't want a cure. I'm not too worried about a cure. I'm more worried about the mental stability of what we're going through right now. Because this is something I asked my doctor last summer. So, and I was just blunt. I asked, what if you guys find a cure? What if a cure is found and everyone takes it? My question to my doctor was, what happened to those that are not walking? Those that are using canes, crutches, walkers, wheelchairs? Are they going to get better? Guess what the answer was? 90%? Possibly not, because nerve damage is nerve damage. And nerve damage is like one of the hardest things to repair. Am I saying this to just like crush somebody? No. What I'm saying is we're worried about the wrong things. You sprung your ankle? I had actual ankle pain the other day, but I don't even know where it came from. I don't remember spraining it. But I'm more worried about the mental, because there's going to be a lot of people, if we end up getting a cure and we're still end up with that drop foot. Because right now, and it just could be the way that I'm thinking, that a lot of us are looking for, when they say cure, we're going to backtrack to our old self and our old lives. An instant repair. So my question is, stop. Are you backwards thinking? Are you so worried about getting back to what you used to be, instead of trying to figure out how to live a gracious life right now, waiting patiently for some form of relief? Because that constant thinking of backwardness, it's the reason why a lot of us are depressed. It's the reason why a lot of us are lost. Miss Sherry says, living my life like it's my last day. I've been all over the world enjoying life. I got a great life with MS. I can actually say that myself, Miss Sherry, that honestly, outside of the pain and the hurt that I go through, I've capitalized on what MS has given me. MS has given me a moment to sit down and to think. Hey guys, a couple of you guys that just joined on Instagram. We're getting ready to stop the live. It should be hopefully. I'm gonna try and make sure I do this right. That I save it. That you can go back. It was a great live. Um, this is MS Monday. Everybody on Facebook already know what MS Monday is. The new time is at 3 o'clock. I was late today, guys, due to I had to take my wife her glasses. Her contacts popped out and she's blind. Um, so Miss Janice says we're 100% right. Oh, she thanked us for the words today. Ms. Janice, anytime. So I definitely see you guys next Monday, and I think I'm actually going to do this still with the two cameras, but also my Instagram warriors. The video is going to be uploaded to the YouTube. So again, guys, make sure if you can follow all platforms. We're on everything's the same. On Facebook, I can be the mess. Instagram, I can be the mess. YouTube, I can be the mess. 60 plus videos are on YouTube right now. We covered the municipal weed. We covered sex with MS, which I'm going to bring that subject back up again. We have a lot of people talking about that still. Relationships. So again, it's a lot of stuff on our YouTube channels that you guys have access to that I've been trying to share. Just haven't been figuring out the best way to do it. But by all means, go run over there and subscribe. We're going to start uploading videos on that as well. But Monday, 3 o'clock, live, Instagram, Facebook. Hope you guys are ready. It is going to be a blast. Love you. Have a great night. Bye.